Since taking over at Leeds United and getting them promoted back to the Premier League, we managed to have a great season last year, finishing mid-table. But with a lot of the old guard leaving the club on transfer or retiring at the end of the season, will we be able to keep pushing on for a European spot this year? We've made the permanent signing of Hugo Ekitike after his loan deal, and we've 81 million sitting in the transfer budget. Can we build a team to fight for one of those European spots? Yo guys, what's going on? Yorkie here. Welcome back to another episode of the Leeds United career mode, and this is take 2 for Yorkie because he did not have the microphone unmuted. I've just double checked it now. It is unmuted this time today, boys. Welcome back to the best time of any save, to the best time of any season for me. This is where we build the team for the future of Leeds United, and that future hopefully is going to be European football. Now you guys have been getting your suggestions in, and I would just want to say this right at the start of this bloody video because I'm super excited to get into this one, but you guys have been smashing it. I just want to say thank you very much for your guys' support so far on the series. It's just been unbelievable. It's blowing me away, and I'm having a good time. It's working. We have a schedule that works, 2 videos a week. Who'd have thought it, right? You guys have gone weeks without videos before, and now I'm managing to get 2 out a week. Let's just touch on all the wood that we have, and hopefully we get through it and maintain this schedule. But right, 81 million, lots to do with the squad. I've already transfer listed the players that we kind of said we were going to do. There's plenty on here. Christopher Ayer is not up for grabs, by the way. He won't come off it. He won't come off the transfer list. He's an unhappy boy for no reason whatsoever. He played a lot of games last year, did Christopher? He's winding me up, but he's going to come off it eventually. I'm going to make him happy somehow. Bamford, we already talked about. Dan James, Jakob Moda wanted to leave the club. Firpo will be leaving. I've decided to add Greenwood to the list. 72. It's just not going to work. I like Greenwood. I don't think he's a Premier League caliber player. Monteiro is on there as well. He's not great. He's not. Lewis Bates will go out on loan. Perkins will go out on loan again. Kirk and Jovanovic will go out on loan anyway as well. Let's get them some game time, see if they can improve. I'm not sure they can. Kirk maybe, but I'm not sure the others can. Speaking of youth, there has been some stuff go on in the background. Of course, we had Jonathan Graves. His potential has come down quite a lot. It's not great, but we have found Jonathan Lane. This is kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of academy player that we've stumbled upon. As long as his potential can stay up around the 90 to 88 mark, we have a superstar on our hands. The plus side is he comes in as one of the best overall in the academy, and at 15 he has so much time to develop before he's even thought about touching the first team. So I'm really excited. He's coming at cam as well, so he comes in a position that we're probably going to need down the line. It's a valuable position to us. I'm excited. We also brought in Hill as well, Aiden Hill, who will not be playing centre back at 5'5", but he looks okay. If I can keep his potential around the 84, he will be good for me. Now, if you're wondering about Scotland, no, nothing. I found nothing from Scotland. It was a terrible time. But we do have a lot of questions when it comes to the club because we've agreed to 2. We're going to agree to 2 players can leave, 2 important players, 2 of our biggest players for big teams, big bids. That kind of system. We try and do it, spices it up every season. If you don't do it, give it a go. It does spice up your career mode. Now, players who I believe will be up for grabs will be players like Melier, Trezor, who had a great end to the last season, Nonto, Piro, Ruta. We lose any of them, and that drastically changes our team. These are extremely key cogs, especially offensively. Trezor, Nonto, Piro, and Ruta were contributors to huge success last season for us, and probably the reason why we finished mid-table. So we really don't want to lose them, but I am willing to let 2 of them go because that's the rule that we set in place. Also, Ansu Fati, I'm going to put a poll on the channel in the community section, so keep your eyes peeled. Do we go in for Ansu Fati? Do we leave him? Considering the budget we've got, it would be a huge undertaking to sign Ansu Fati, but he was very good for us last season, so I would like to have him back. You lose him, and we kind of lose a bit of rotation. You can already tell that we have Trezor playing on the left, Nonto on the right, Piro up top, Ruta. You take out any of them, and our rotation for them isn't the greater. And that might be where we start to slip up, because 2 right midfielders we have here is Perkins and Dan James, and Dan James is leaving, Perkins is going out on loan. So we all of a sudden don't have a backup right midfielder. Greenwood is leaving the club, and we have Jadon Anthony, and that's it. He can play right side as well, but the jury is still out on Jadon Anthony for his is he a Premier League player? So we are actually now very weak in terms of wingers. That is something I have to think about. The squad depth is not there, but our actual starting 11 will win games, barring we have no crazy injury. We're also going to have to make decisions of players like Skov, who I think we will probably just let go. Cody's come back is 75. I would like to start getting him in the team behind Van Eyck, if I'm being honest. And we're also going to need another left back because Firpo's going to go. I think he's a serviceable backup. I'm not going to lie to you, but we said we're going to let him go, and we will do. And then we have Leif Davis, who I've actually been a fan of. I'm enjoying him. He probably doesn't get that much in the highlight package, but I am enjoying him. But that left back is definitely a position we need to improve. Weirdly, striker is probably not a position we need to improve because as long as Pirro stays, we're going to have Pirro, Hugo Ekitike, and then one of Matteo Joseph or Van Duven. I think it will be Joseph. I think we will let Van Duven have one more loan season. I'm super excited to see what he could do for the team and use Matteo Joseph instead this year. I'm feeling like that makes the most sense for us right now. So I'm going to add Van Duven to the loan list. But apart from that, it's going to be a bit of a waiting game here at the start of the window. So if you're new to the channel, smash subscribe. Hit the like button as well, boys. If this is your first summer window here, strap yourself in. Probably get yourselves a brew. Get yourselves a can of Monster, an energy drink. Get whatever you need. Get some popcorn, ham sandwich, whatever it takes, a bag of grape, because this is going to take a while. I'm going to start pressing advance. We're going to see what kind of bids come in. We're going to get the lay of the land here at the start of the season. Before I start signing loads of players, let's get the old guard out and see what budget I'm working with. Now, I actually completely forgot that we had at least one more set of scout reports come back from England and Scotland. We found somebody else in England, 16-year-old Michael Hammond, right back at the minute. Let's take a look at him. He could be good. He's valued highly. 58 overall to start with. He has pace. He has physicals. He can't defend, but he's already looking like he could be a fullback, and I am going to go instantly defensive. Let's just improve that, and then I can work on his pace later. But the big one is John Kirk, because he's from Scotland. We found someone from Scotland, finally. He's got a whole host of pace and a whole lot of nothing else. So he is going to be a right midfielder. I am going to play him out there. And what do I want to improve first? I probably want to improve his dribbling. What actually improves his overall dribbling? Ball control and reactions, that is good. I'm going to go inverted, though. I want his dribbling to go up, and his stamina going up does not hurt, plus his shooting improving. So we'll keep an eye on those guys. I'll let you know when I'm starting to promote them to the first team. The academy's been a little bit quiet so far, but it's starting to look a lot more stacked. I'm also already getting lots of bids for Christopher Ayer, and I've noticed that now that we've moved into this new season, he's happy. I can remove him from the list. Thank God. And I didn't check the objectives. How did I forget to check the objective? Brand exposure is critical. Please don't. Brand exposure is the one where it tells you to, like, I don't know, sign 9 Asian players, because it makes sense for Leeds United to do that. Youth development, sign at least 2 players younger than 20 years old with potential great. I mean, we've been doing that. We're probably going to continue that. These are low, so this is fine. Europa League is not what's going to happen. We're not going to win the FA Cup. I mean, that's dummy that it's win the FA Cup at this stage. But them being low doesn't matter. That's actually really good for us. It's this one young player. I could do that. Get 10 games with at least 1 goal scored in home matches this season. I could do that. These are achievable. You have to remember, lads, this is the last save we are doing on console. I have it on PC now. We're going to do a few little rebuilds on PC, but the next one is going to be with a realism mod. It's going to be on PC. I've modded it now. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the next one on PC, because these get ignored. I don't even have to look at this every season. But all in all, this is very achievable. The signed young player one, it should be very achievable. I don't know what the parameters are, but I'm just assuming I can do it. Now, we are starting to get bids in. I rejected this one for Christopher because I've just taken him off the transfer list. Jakob Moda, though, I'm not going to reject it. Let's get these players out. I really wanted Jakob to work, coming from Brighton with that passing play style, but just couldn't get him in the team. This could be an interesting one. Marseille for Gelhardt. I'm going to say no, but bids for Gelhardt aren't completely off the table. I am open to negotiations with Joe Gelhardt, because his makeup as a cam doesn't suit the way we play football, but I also just love him. A ton of offers coming in now, and I don't like the look of one of them for Archie Gray up there. We're going to delegate this one to get Van Duven out. The same with Perkins. Remember, if you get loan to buy, just delegate it. You'll come back with the correct offers. Firpo to PSV. I actually really like that one. Sam Green, I don't like that one particular. I'm going to reject it, see if I can get a bid for Sam Greenwood in England. Archie Gray, Barcelona, 27 million. Absolutely not. No. Where's the English tax on that? Not enough money. And this really isn't enough money either. I think Roden, we wouldn't sell to Man United. So I can forget about bids from Man United. That's probably going to be one rule. I ain't selling to Man United. Now, someone did suggest that they wanted to see a little bit more Gaby, but I can't do it. I want to do it. He's just so badly rated. You know what's annoying? If we were playing on PC right now, I would have changed him. I wouldn't have made him a superstar, but I would have just made him more viable of a player to use. It's really annoying because what I've seen of him, I actually really like. But I just think for where we are in the Premier League right now, it doesn't make sense. Now, we are just getting a ton of loans for a lot of our players out here. I really like Van Duven to Forest. They got relegated, remember? So he could be a key cog. I'm not going to let him go there for 2 years. We'll accept the 2 years, and I'll recall him after 1. That's granted he's improved. Now, Firpo, Leicester, is this going to be a better bid for Greenwood? I don't actually mind Franz. Don't mind it as much, do I? I don't know. Would he enjoy to... We're going to accept it. I like to lose. Let's do it. Let's just do it. We are seeing more English players move on to foreign clubs, so we should consider that. Firpo, what, with PSV, so he doesn't want to go there. Firpo going to be a prima donna about getting him out of the club. Can I actually retract the Bruges one? I want Bates to go to Fulham. Wow, Van Duben rejected Nottingham Forest, so now potentially Brighton. Interesting. And Bamford, it's going to be Norwich. I love this. I love that he's played there before. I don't think Norwich fans really liked him, but I do love this, that he's going to an English side in the Championship. I really like that. Good luck, Paddy B. Right then, so only a couple of weeks into the transfer window and no super bids yet for some of our bigger teams, but we have got a lot of deals done. Dan James leaves, he goes to Wolves. Bamford did go to Norwich in the end. A bunch of loans have gone out. Greenwood went to Toulouse. We see Firpo leave, Moda leave as well. So we've really started to push players off the books. It does see us at 113 million. But it actually isn't that much. We've got depth of 29 now, and there isn't really many more players we need to move out. We're about to get the invitation. I kind of want to see what my calendar's saying. Calendar's saying Tottenham and Man United in the first month. That's what the bloody calendar's saying. Okay, so that is, oh wow, this is a real grim start to the season. We're slow starters anyway, but Tottenham, Man United, Man City, Newcastle, Villa. Villa finished top 4 last season. They're all in the, we've got one game there that you go, you should win that, and that is Bournemouth. Oh Jesus. Okay, let's do some transfers this year as well. I'm going to change the scouts up. We're going to stop scouting the Belgium League. These are where we're scouting Portugal, Germany, Spain, England, Holland, and I told you the idea of France, but I've decided we're going to go to Italy. I'm going to keep in Holland and Portugal for now because I am finding players that would more suit our team and our budget. But I probably will move from Holland at some point and go to France. But right now, I'm happy with where we're scouting. Again, we're using the scout system really heavily in this save. It's spicing it up a little bit, and we can only use the scout system to find players. You can also scout teams instantly that we've played against, and also then your viewer suggestions. So keep them coming. But nonetheless, it should open up a whole new pool of players now that we are in Italy. And we have been getting to work, lads, when it comes to the transfer hub. You'll notice I've really been going to work when it comes to this transfer hub. We have a hell of a lot of players on this list now. I mean, I can just keep going. So we're going to have plenty of options. We're not going to find ourselves caught short like we did last year. Now, first things first, though, we need a left back. And I'm going to be honest, I don't mind if this left back actually comes in as a full improvement, as someone who starts over Davis or even rivals Davis for start time. I'm not against that at all. I wouldn't mind looking at someone, though, potentially from a side that went down. So we're looking at Wolves. We're looking at Southampton. Also, obviously, Nottingham Forest. Now, Lee Buchanan was someone who was mentioned. And I have really enjoyed in this save going to the Championship and taking players from there and bringing them into the team to join the Premier League. Buchanan's pace is great, but his passing just really puts me off. Because if there's any negative we could push towards Leif Davis, it is his passing. So I'm going to be looking for someone more like a Merlin who has pace. He's got pace there, but I overlap more on the right than I do on the left, and he's a solid passer and comfortable on the ball as well. He's a good dribbler, so that's probably where I'm going to be looking more at, I think, to be honest with you. Is it Doig or Doig? Josh Doig or Doig? I think it's Doig. I mean, he could be really good, right? He's got really good pace, can still pass. He's a good dribbler. This was a recommendation, and Sassuolo, I feel like this would be an achievable deal from Scotland. We do have a history signing Scottish players. He would go just head-to-head with Leif Davis. These two would just go head-to-head for that starting position. I mean, it would be a lot of money, though, for someone who we have a starter in. I really like Merlin as well, but Merlin's about the same price, so, and the same age. We're not really losing out in that situation. You guys don't think Leif Davis is a nailed-on starter. That is where we're at right now. You guys think there should be some to and fro there. He's not a guaranteed starter at left back, and I can get on board on that. Gus Small, he's good because he's got the passing, but again, I genuinely think the 20-odd million, this is going to pay off. He's 23. I think we're going, but you're going to have to, I'm going to say Doig, but you're going to have to tell me if that is correct or not. Let's go in for Joshy boy. This seems like a good deal to me. You have to let me know in the comments, but if I could just get this at 20 mil, I'm going to be dancing on the table. 10% sell-on clause, 22 million. I don't really like this sell-on clause. I'm going to go 21 mil. Yeah, no, we'll go 21.5. I think that's feasible. I think that's a fair deal. We're going to get the deal done. Joshy boy is going to join Leeds United. And I think this is a really good deal. As long as he sits down and he's a reasonable man here, important, that's fine. Because they're both going to vie for that starting position. That is exactly what we want to do. We've got a left back in the youth academy as well who can come up. Whoever wins this competition, we keep them. We move our left back up from the youth academy. Bish bash bosh. The other one leaves. I like it. He's coming to the Premier League, so he's going to have to be more around a Premier League wage. So I'm going to pay him a bit of cash. It's going to be more than what he's on. He's going to want even more than that because he's a greedy... I'm joking. Yeah, we'll pay that. But that's it. Our first signing in the window. Number 3, Josh Doig. I don't know. I'm going to say Doig or Doig. It's going to change every 5 seconds. But he's our first signing in the window for 21.5 million. I think that's decent. Nearly 80 overall. He'll be 80 in no time, let's be honest, lad. So a big bid actually coming in now for Pascal Strike. Well, it's not theoretically a big bid, but it is Chelsea, who technically are a rival. So I'm going to reject it. But I could see myself letting one of the centre-backs go as one of the big players if I had to. Pascal was good last year, but he wasn't like a world beater. I got so nervous when I seen Nonto transfer offer, but the fact that I've seen it's from Brentford makes me feel a lot better. It's a swap deal for a left back who we don't need now because we've got Josh. That's not a deal I want to do either. I do like Moy Gomez. Would bring a bit of experience to the club. We are actually probably lacking a little bit of experience now. Minus, I don't know, say Phillips and Kamara. We don't really have that much experience in the team. We do have a bid, though, from Fulham for Charlie Cresswell. And I really like Charlie Cresswell, but there is an obvious question of do we need him in the team? I'm going to keep him around right now, but that's a question for us to ask. Is one of the centre-backs, do we let one go? As soon as we hit Europe again, though, I think we need to go back up to 5 centre-backs. We have our fair share, don't we? And we can't really keep them all around. So my stars would be between Aya, Roden, and Strike. Because we do have a lot of centre-backs. And it would be hard to determine, like, if they're going to get enough game time. Cresswell being at rotation is good, but he's already upset with the play time, whereas Ballard, I haven't been able to give him important. Would I be able to change this contract? If I could get him to take rotation, which he's not going to take, that is my issue. And I knew that could be an issue coming in, but at the same time, we can't afford not to have a decent group of centre-backs if one gets injured. So I'm not really willing to let him part. I think we're going to keep them all for this season at least. Somewhere now that we are very short, though, is centre mid. We have Archie Gray, Phillips, and Kamara, and I love all 3 of these guys. All 3 have important, and they'll get that. I'm going to give Archie Gray a new contract, keep him happy, but we are actually really short in that position. We have nobody else. Now, in my mind, even though I've scouted a lot of CDMs, there is only really 2 options, and you guys have been suggesting them. One of them is Oliver Skipp, who has been mentioned so much. He's actually a good passer of the football. Don't let that summary fool you. If we go and look at his passing, his long pass and short pass is decent. He does actually kind of suit the way we play. I'd love for him to have a bit more ball control, but who cares? He's slow and clunky. That is probably the only downside to him. But, I mean, he's an aggressive little player. And you guys have really been singing for me to sign him. And every time we played Spurs, he's not been in the team. Now, the other one is a player who's having a unbelievable season right now for Celtic. I actually saw him the other night. I think he's got a couple of goals in their, like, end run of the season in one of the games I watched. I was just on the highlights late at night, you know, when you can't get to sleep and you're watching highlights. And then someone suggested him. It's Matt O'Reilly. This guy comes in as a star. at 24. He has finesse shot, incisive pass, slide tackle, technical first touch. He would not play where Phillips plays, where we drop into 3 at the back, basically. I might even do a tactic video on how we created this Leeds tactic. But he's a beast. In 91 stamina, he's going to be able to play pretty much every game this season. Decent passer as well. The problem with Matt O'Reilly is he comes in as our best CDM and a star, which dislodges one of the players that we've been playing. And that would mean Gray would then have to drop into that Calvin Phillips position, which I'm not sure I want him to do that. But Matt O'Reilly, on the other hand, also can play cam if we need him. He's very comfortable on the ball, very good going forward, as well as what he can do defensively. And this guy would be a stud. This is a great signing, but he would cost pretty much the rest of the budget. And considering we've got good players there already, I'm going to see if I could do Skipp. Now, I did think about Alex Scott, but Alex Scott wouldn't play as a CDM for me. Alex Scott would play as a cam. So that is why we haven't gone for him, and he's already made a move, unfortunately, to Genoa. So let's see if I can get a reasonable bid for Oliver Skipp. Way cheaper than Matt O'Reilly. I really wanted Matt O'Reilly, though. I'd love to use him. Used Oliver Skipp once already this year, but I'm down to use him again. 21 million. Straight. Do you know what I mean? It is under half of what Matt O'Reilly would have cost. So I can't really not go for this one. Now, would he ever take rotation? No, of course he takes important, which is fine. We'll have 4 important players rotating at CDM. Oliver Skipp could come straight in. He's going to be more than good enough. Now, it was pretty expensive on the wages, around 50,000, but we do have our second signing to the club this year. Oliver Skipp is a Leeds United player, and one I'm pretty excited to have in the club. 21 million, I think that's decent. It gives us 2 very key players straight into the team, and 2 players I'm very happy to have straight into the team. We stay with the home nations as well, so these guys would be very good if we were in Europe. Now, we are slowly approaching this first game against Spurs, and still no ridiculous bids for any of our players. And I'm still biding time right in this window, because there's still stuff we want to do out wide. But I'm not going to rush to just get these deals done for really important players. Plus, I really want to know what you guys think about Ansu Fati. I can't believe Rafinha has gone to Liverpool. He was a potential signing for us down the line. Right, so let's see. Let's see the new look Spurs. They've got Musiala starting today. They've signed Rico Lewis as well. The Lit, Vicario's still in there. This is a very good Spurs side. It's time to put together the new look Leeds United. And this, in my opinion, is our strongest 11 by far. So Pirro, Ruta, Trezor, Nonto, Graham Phillips with the rotation of Skipp. Skipp is on the bench today. So is Joshy Boy. Davies, Van Eyck, Ayer, Strike, and Bellier. This is our strongest 11, and this is what we're going to bring to the table. We don't have as much depth now. I have noticed that when I was picking the team. A couple of injuries could kind of change stuff up for us. But here we go. First game of the new Premier League season. Let's see how we get on. I'm pretty sure we beat Tottenham last time we played them. Can we beat them again? I don't know. But would I take a draw right now? I would, as Pirro nearly scored a corner. I will take that. Phillips from distance. Imagine that went all the way through. Good block, Rico. Calvin Phillips steals that. Plays it across. Trezor on the inside to Pirro. Oh, I tried to stab it through the legs of Vicario. Couldn't really get much on it. I was under a lot of pressure. So are Tottenham early doors. Actually putting them under some pressure. I love it. Quick start from us. Their first foray forward. And Christopher Ayer with an unbelievable tackle. And now they've left space. Trezor on the inside. Jorginho waited. Oh, it's a poor pass. It's a poor pass. How are you letting Davies cut that out, Jorginho? So plays that one in behind to Van Eyck. Van Eyck's got the pace. Van Eyck all the way, maybe. It bubbled up. Oh, he's put it just beyond the post. He's not really the man you want in that position, but I thought that was going to be 1-0 Leeds. Well, this fast start has come to no good so far. I get that ball into Pirro. This is a good position. Pirro. Oh, it was a hard shot to take on, wasn't it? We've had a really fast start. We're really pushing the pace. We're aggressively pressing then. As you saw Calvin Phillips with the ball back there, I just need the goal, which is my big issue right now. Not finding the back of the net. As we tire, I think they'll be able to carve us open. Is that a wasted first half then? Is it? Is that genuinely a wasted first half? 3 attempts for Pirro. We've had 6 shots in total. Not found the back of the net. Tottenham surely aren't going to play as badly as this the entire time in this home game. So we need to be careful. Sevsky unleashed forward. We haven't seen that often. And well, in Pascal, that could open up space. Jorginho Ruta. He's got bodies ahead of him. Jorginho waits. Plays it in. I'm going to play it back across to Jorginho. I need somebody. And I've kind of messed it up. Oh, Nonto's found space. Oh, it's a terrible shot. I overplayed it. Jorginho to Van Eyck. Back to Jorginho. Jorginho. He's found Nonto. Nonto! Oh, he's back at it again. He was so good towards the end of last season. And Willie Nonto will make it 1-0 Leeds United. And it's nothing more than what we deserve. Tottenham have been abysmal here on the opening day. The lads are starting to tire, though. So I think it's time for some subs. I'm going to bring Skipp on. Swap him out with Gray. We'll have Gray play a little bit deeper. I'm going to get Jadon Anthony on for Nonto. No, I can't do that. Let's bring Nonto back on, but we'll play him on the right. Let's get Gelhardt in, and also let's see what Josh can do for the first time. Let's give him his first game. He's nearly retrained to play at left back. But what a moment that is in this match. That is a huge moment. Away day, 1-0. This is the kind of team that are going to be fighting for Europe with us. So we need to beat them. Just to break the press a little bit here. That's actually really good ball in behind to Palvidis. Oh, we couldn't get to him. Can you believe it? Just like that. Tottenham make it 1-1. Palvidis with the goal. Iwick. He wants Anthony. He's going to get Anthony. Anthony wanted help as well. He didn't get it. Pirro plays it in behind. Gelhardt! Oh, Joey boy loves to come on and bag a goal. There was nothing going on action-wise. And in the space of no time, it's going to be 2-1. Juffy, you beautiful man. And, hey, I put the question out there earlier in the episode. Was he the guy for us? Did it make sense to have him here? Well, I think it does make sense to have him here. What a finish. The silence in the stadium now is deafening. He has absolutely silenced them. What a goal from Gelhardt. Not much time left on the clock. Surely we don't give them a route back in here. Go on, Josh. That's what I want to see from him on his debut. What a great victory then for Leeds United. As the full-time whistle blows, we frustrated them, to be honest, but we deserved this. We had the better chances. We created more. They scored a great goal with Palvidis, but what a goal from Gelhardt. Coming on, gives that pace, gives that energy. He's our super sub. He just has so much to offer when you bring him on the pitch. He just injects enthusiasm and energy, and that is probably why he's so good to have around. I was potentially going to look at bringing in Sem Stein again, just because I really like him, but I feel like we've got our man, and they still won't sell him anyway, but it doesn't matter, because I'm happy with what we've got. There is the small question of Gibbs White, though. He's a better Sem Stein. He would be the break the bank sign-in, but I think we only go for him if Jorginho gets the right bids in for him. He would be the right... I did not mean to press that. He would be the right replacement, I feel. We're still kind of waiting for bids to come in, and none have. So we're going to take on Bournemouth now. Freshly promoted Bournemouth, if I remember correctly. And they've still got Tyler Adams in their team. This isn't a bad team, to be honest with you. Jamal Lowe up top, Max Aarons. They've got some pace in there. I were looking at Kirkes as well. We did have a few tired legs for this game, so Ekatike starts up top. But nonetheless, it's a very strong 11. We're going to see Josh get his first start, Ballard's first start of the season as well, and Cody Drammer is going to get his first start under me as manager. Choosing to restore Kamara and Phillips in the midfield for this one as well. That, for me, just a solid deal. Just an absolute solid deal to have them two in it. Now, against Spurs, I didn't really play our tiki-taka style of football. I'm going to try that a bit more against Bournemouth. DK tried to play that forward to Jorginho. Played it forward to him perfectly. Jorginho took a real weird angle. That should have been 1-0 Leeds right at the start of this game. I really want to get the first win at Ellen Road very quickly. And we need to get the goals here, obviously, at Ellen Road for our little assignment, our objective that we need to fulfill. Zabanye lost out. Jorginho, this time he's going to play it back. Ekatike knocks it into Trezor. That is Leeds United perfectly. We win the ball back in the opposition half. We pass our way into a great goal-scoring position, and we make it 1-0 Leeds United. Ellen Road erupts. That's one tick towards the objective. This time I weren't selfish with Jorginho, and Ekatike never was going to score from that position. Trezor getting his first goal of the season. You got some special players in the team this season going forward. And I think no matter who we rotate in and out, we're going to be deadly. Ekatike getting an assist there. Jorginho won the ball back that allowed us to even have that opportunity. And that's what I was saying last season. He's not going to be marked for that, but we know how good he is at doing that. Ooh, that was a good pass in behind to Cody. Cody tries to launch it across. Trezor's in again. Oh my God, Bournemouth's defense go to sleep. Cody Drammer with his first assist of the season. And Trezor is just out here bodying Bournemouth, man. 2-0. We're looking comfortable against these sides now when we can play our strongest 11. God forbid there's no injuries, but our front line is so deadly. Pirro or Ekatike being in there were dangerous. And Trezor, man, really showing what he can do. I really rated our Trezor signing. It might not have looked like it compared to Somerville's season in the Championship, but I really liked the signing. I thought it was brilliant. Let's do this. Give and go. Ekatike. Back to Trezor. They made mistakes. Trezor for his hat-trick. First half hat-trick for Trezor for Leeds United. What a finish. In over the post. This man is beautiful. Ekatike's ball was great, but it's all about Trezor, baby, in this game. It is all about him off the post. What a finish from this angle. The goalkeeper did not stand a chance. Special players, special plays. Let's remember that, boy. Oh, that's a good ball in, though, for Tyler Adams. Don't let him score. Evan Ferguson. Are we on for an unbelievable game right here? It's not Evan Ferguson, by the way. I think it's Lewis Ferguson. I know it's not Evan Ferguson. But I'm just happy that it wasn't Tyler Adams. The free goal cushion is no more. It's a great ball in for Adams, to be fair. Great save, Melier. But you just would have loved for one of our players to get the second ball. And what an insane first half of football that was. 3-1 then. 4 goals in the first half. Trezor, obviously, handful for defenders, has been the standout, but they have just found a little gap of a way back in. We need to hope that in this second half, we could just shut them out a little bit more. Are they getting all the way through? Don't let them get a goal early on. Oh my God, what a save for Melier. They're making the subs as well. We're going to see Justin Clivert come on for Traore. Cannot afford for another goal to hit the back of this net. That is for certain. I cannot afford it. If they score another, when they become dangerous, don't let them have that free kick either. Do not let them have that free kick. That would have been dangerous. That ball roll is stunning. Oh my God. Melier saving me. Oh, comes off now for Bustos. If I remember correctly, Bustos is really good. He's quick, but he's short. So we should be assuming that they're not going to look to fly a ball in over the top. They're going to try and work the ball into the box and score. This guy is insane. That guy is insane. I don't like that guy. Ferguson, not again. Oh my God, that was so close. Wow, what has been given? Is he given a penalty? He's given a penalty. This entire passage of play, he does kick him. The entire passage of play has led to a Bournemouth penalty. Oh my God, save it. I went the right way. I bloody saved it. Melier is a beast, but it's going to be another corner. It's going to be another opportunity for Bournemouth just to keep applying this pressure to me. Ferguson couldn't make it too, and that is good, but I need to get some wins here. I need to get a foothold on the ball. Oh, I might get even better than a foothold. No, I waited too long. Is he still on? He's still on. Trezor. Gotta be good. Trezor! Oh my God, that was nearly perfect. Jorginho Ruta. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. We've had a moment of respite and reprieve, but I am worried. Just gonna go back into Bournemouth doing what they've done all this half so far. Well, Clivert's come on and he's had an impact. A straight impact. So you just keep giving them corners. I think they've had about 15 corners at this stage. Let's have some subs. I never thought with the way this game started that we would just be playing hold on. Oliver Skipp's going to come on there. Swapping with Kamara. I want Oliver Skipp to be the guy a bit further forward. I'm actually going to bring on Joseph. Just because if we get a breakaway, the guy is absolutely rapid. Jorginho's tiring a little bit. So let's get Gelhardt on as well. And yeah, I think Cresswell for Ballard. Let's do that. 5 corners, it's saying. I'm sure they've had more. But let's make it 6. And they love the short corner, which is frustrating me. I just want them to put the ball in the box. This short corner is getting really annoying. Oh, have they fooled me? Oh, another corner. This has genuinely been such an insane game. I like an insane game of football. It's been really good. Have they done it? Oh, well in, Melier. Oh my God, surviving. Let's just keep on surviving. Trezor. He's going to cut inside, surely. Yeah, he is. Oh, he loves it. Trezor gives it to Gelhardt, who loves a goal. He's absolutely destroyed that. What was that? He does love a goal, but not in that moment. Once again, it's going to be a short trip forward for Leeds, and there's some more domination for Bournemouth. Well, 4 minutes left. Goalkeepers come up for them. Surely we are safe. Trezor, is he going to have a man on? He's not. Can I go for it from here? Is that terrible? Joseph, get to it. Joseph, get to it. Joseph, get to it. Scores! I can't believe it. It is 4-1. We deserve it. We don't deserve it. We deserve it on first half performance. On second half, we are extremely lucky that we are walking out of this game at 4-1. Extremely lucky, but Joseph gets his first goal of the season. And Bournemouth actually will be able to take a lot from this game. A lot from it. But what we can take and take with us happily is Trezor taking that match ball. He thoroughly set 3 first-half goals from 3 attempts. He was absolutely brilliant in this game. What a way to start his season. But let's just look at the match facts for a little bit. 11 shots to our 6 for Bournemouth. Honestly, that second half was torture. It was just all Bournemouth. But without jinxing anything, we sit second in the table so far this season. With only a goal in it, goal difference-wise, with Arsenal. But that's going to be where we leave it, because now we have to give it over to you. And you guys can help us make decisions on certain players. Do we bring back Ansu Fati? I am still worried. There's plenty of time for us to lose players, which could definitely happen. We saw it with Somerville. He went very late in the window and we had to scramble to bring in Trezor. So that could still be a huge shake-up. I'm very happy with the 2 players we brought in so far, but I definitely want to bring more in. It's just where we think suits best. I was really thinking about another cam, but after the way Gelhardt played in this episode, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Smash the like button for the new season, boys. Appreciate you all. I will see you for the next episode and the second part of the summer transfer window.